Banking Lesson 7, How to Open a Bank Account. Now that you've decided where you want to bank and what types of bank accounts you want to sign up for, the next step of actually opening the bank accounts is pretty easy. You know you need a checking account, and based on the How Many Accounts Do I Need worksheet from Lesson 5, you should know how many savings accounts you need to set up. Depending on your age and the bank you chose, you may be able to open an account on your own, or you may need a joint account. With a single account, you're the sole owner. With a joint account, it's you with a co-owner, which is another person, typically a family member, like a parent. If you're under 18, you're most likely going to need a joint checking account in order to get started. If that's you, then you won't be able to complete this process without your parents' help, and that's okay. We have another video that goes with this lesson that you can show your parents, and it explains why you're asking them to help you open multiple bank accounts. However, there are some credit unions that allow high school students to open accounts on their own. Not all credit unions do this. The easiest way to find out which credit unions will allow you to open accounts as a minor is to just Google credit unions near me and then go down the list and start calling them and asking how old you need to be in order to open an account. Before you head to the bank, credit union, or apply online, make sure you meet all the criteria for opening an account. Most banks will require the following information in order to open an account: your name, date of birth, address, phone number, email address, social security number, and a valid government issued ID. Some credit unions will accept a current student ID card for students ages 17 and under. You're also going to need cash in order to open an account. This can vary based on the bank and the account type that you choose. Most banks require $25 to $100 per account being opened. Some credit unions will let you open an account with as little as $5, and some online banks will let you open an account with no minimum deposit. You don't have to physically go into a bank in person to open an account. You can do it right now from your computer or your phone. Most banks and credit unions allow you to sign digitally. Each account takes on average 10 to 15 minutes to set up compared to in person, which can take 30 minutes or more. After you open an account online, you still have to physically go into the bank to make your first deposit. Unless you already have an account with that bank, then you can just make a transfer. And just to be clear, opening an account online is not the same thing as using an online bank. As we said in Lesson 4, online banks typically don't have physical locations. If you made the decision to use an online bank, you're still going to need to provide the same personal information to open an account. With some banks, you're done opening your account once you provide that information. Once you digitally sign the legal agreements, you can start using the account almost immediately. Some online banks don't require an opening deposit. Others require an initial deposit within 30 to 60 days of opening the account. If that's the case, it may be easier to open your first account at a bank in person and then open your additional accounts online after that. Making your initial deposit to an online account is typically done by making an online transfer from an already existing bank account or by setting up direct deposit from your employer. Now that you know what it takes to open a bank account, it's time to make it happen. Download the Opening a Bank Account Checklist PDF, gather everything you need, and go open your accounts. If you already have a checking or savings account, now is the time to open any additional savings accounts that you determined you needed from your How Many Accounts Do I Need worksheet back in Lesson 5. If for some reason you were struggling to make a decision on how many accounts you needed, we recommend having at least 3 savings accounts. One account for your personal goals, like moving out or saving up for a car, another account for traveling, and most importantly, an emergency fund account. We also recommend having 2 checking accounts, one for your bills and another one for your spending money. I know 5 accounts sounds like a lot, but they all have a purpose. If you can get used to separating your money and building the right habits now, adulting will be a lot easier later on. If you develop the bad habits now, it'll be a lot harder to unlearn them later when you have a lot more financial responsibilities. And if you're under the age of 18 and need your parents' help to open joint checking accounts, have them watch the other video that goes with this lesson. Once they understand why you're doing this, hopefully they'll be willing to help you start opening those bank accounts.